I still see your torchlight grin in North Corona rain. We'd camp by a broken wall and laugh at every strain. You'd say, one more pull, we're fine, then face plant in the snow. And somehow that was magic, the way those small things glow. The banker knew my name by heart. My bags were always full of rusty swords and wolf pelts and one ridiculous mule. We trained too far, then sprint back home with half the zone awake, and blame the lag, the server fate, for every awful mistake. But late at night, when real life fades, I hear that old familiar call. 1,000 tiny adventures still lined up in the hall. Everquest, take me back to the laugh in the rage at Everquest. Hold me there in the mud and the moonlight. We were broke, we were bold, we were kings of the wrong map. Everquest, take me back to the world we made from scratch. There was that druid who could charm a bear and lose it twice, and the bard who sang off tempo but made the whole room bright. We'd share a crab, a campfire, a cure, a hand-me-down fine robe, and every oops became a tale we'd retell on the road. And all the names we almost were still echo in my chest. The rogue, the cleric, the stubborn one, the kid who knew us best. Everquest, take me back to the laugh and the rage at Everquest. Hold me there in the mud and the moonlight. We were broke, we were bold, we were kings of the wrong map. Everquest, take me back to the world we made from scratch. Now the years sit like old gear in a closet full of dust, but I can hear the kettle drums in every train to us. I miss the long goodbyes, the harmless little fears, the way we made a home out of pixels, jokes, and years. Everquest, take me back to the laugh and the rage at Everquest. Hold me there in the mud and the moonlight. We were broke, we were bold, we were kings of the wrong map. Everquest, take me back to the world we made from scratch. Everquest, take me back, I still carry it like that.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm sorry for the horribly late start. I have no idea why Streamlabs refuses to connect to YouTube. I had to go into my YouTube settings and find my stream key and bypass the authentication to force it to connect to YouTube, which means I can't use my scheduler, which defeats the purpose of even having a schedule. So if this is a continuous problem, I'm going to have to come up with some other way to let you guys know when I'm going live so you can plan for it. So That's where we are. At least I can still go live. Anyway, so this stream is mainly just so you, oh look, one of the components of my new Streamlabs setup is carried over to here, and it's not supposed to. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, how's everyone? How are you guys doing? Hi, Waddles. Hi, Jace. Hey, Gloomy. Hey, Megan. It's good to see you, Waddles. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad you're doing well. Spicy chicken soup with grilled cheese sounds freaking awesome. I had 2 sandwiches and a piece of cheese because I didn't want to spend money on ordering lunch, and we didn't have much in the house right now that was prepared. I am thawing out some sausages for dinner later. So, this stream, to let you guys know what this stream is all about, I wanted to have something low-key. Everquest is a pretty low-key game, and I'm gonna do a little bit of troubleshooting on the alert box. But I have to make sure that my bot is here because I didn't go through the normal channels of connecting. I have no idea if the bot is even present, so we're gonna try this. See if the bot is actually present, because the bot's not present. I can't do any troubleshooting, which defeats the entire purpose of what I was going live to do today. Oh, there's the bot. Okay, the bot is here. Okay, so if the bot is here, let's see. Let me make sure my alert window is working because I have been tinkering with my settings.
Oh my.
Looky there. I fucking fixed it. It's too big though. I need to fix that though. All right, let's try this. I can actually redeem it while it's going on. I didn't expect it to fix itself that quickly, so that's amazing. Guys, we have redemptions working again. If it'll do it. Come on, you just did it. You just did it. Maybe it might be on cooldown. I might have to wait a minute. Let's try a different one.
Hello, what's this?
Okay, guys, the redemptions are working. I think that's cause for celebration. Cheers! Oh gosh. Oh, that's the wrong one. I was like, why does that look like that? Because it's the wrong one. There we go. That's the correct one. All right, guys. Bot's working. Bot's here. We got redemptions working. I'm in the game. Well, that troubleshooting went real quick. I don't have to do anything else. Let me go ahead and close this. I'll work on the connection issue, and if the connection issue continues and we have to do it, I have to do it, bypassing with the stream key. I'll figure out some way of having a calendar on the Discord server so you guys will know what we're playing and when we're going live and all that stuff. But check out Tormothy's armor. How cool does he look? Except for, pay no attention to the uncovered shoulders. There's one more piece of the armor that I'm trying to get, and it's a pain in the ass to get because the enemies that drop the pieces are very rare. But yes, I am fully decked out in armor. I feel powerful. But what we're gonna do today is, let's see. I'm gonna turn my looking for group flag on. Oh, LFG. I can't type. I cannot type. I blame the lawnmower for making my hand shaky. Okay, and I'm gonna post in the channel. Let's see, 15 cleric, looking for group. Let's see if anyone responds, because it's getting real hard to solo. It's getting real hard to solo as a cleric. Streamlabs, yeah, the bot doesn't really know if it's here or not. It's having an existential crisis, just like I was earlier. Waddle, same. When it comes to cheese, like that's one of my go-tos if I'm sitting here working or doing something and I want to just nibble on something. A big old hunk of cheese, I'm quite happy with that. Hey, AC, welcome on in. I was a bit late starting today, so sorry about that. I'm having a Streamlabs issue. How you doing, though, bud? It's good to see you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm walking over to... Well, I'm waiting to see if anyone says anything, that they are waiting for me to join them, because I asked if anyone needed a cleric, but no one said anything yet, of course. But I'm going to the Nexus Spire. The best place to level, in fact, let me check if there's anybody in there before I even do that. Paludal. Who all? Paludal. Yes, there's quite a few people in Paludal Caverns. So I might be able to find a group there, especially if I'm already there. So I will, that's where I'm heading. That's where I'm heading. Am I familiar with Wallace and Gromit? Yes, I am quite familiar with Wallace and Gromit. It's one of my favorite animators, is the guy that makes those. I love those. I love Chicken Run, which is made by the same person. Hilarious film. Yeah, cheese! Absolutely. I totally relate to that. All right, so I need to talk to this lady here. Actually, just target her and say, journey to Lucelyn. And then I will get that to put in my inventory. And now we sit here and wait. Hey, Squishy. How you doing? Well, in a way, yes. It was actually basically an animated retelling of The Great Escape, which is a classic film from the from early days, starring, who was it? Steve McQueen. Yeah, it's a animated retelling of that movie with Steve McQueen was the American, the rooster basically that came in and broke them all out. But yeah, it's the same story. But I love Chicken Run. Chicken Run's hilarious. Mrs. Tweedy, the chickens are revolting. Finally, something we agree upon. I'm going to turn my monitor off because I don't need to hear all that. Properties. Or actually, I can... How about this? Properties. Okay, monitor's off for that. Okay, so we're good. Just making sure you weren't getting double audio. I like hearing the music that I'm playing so I can make sure it's working. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till we teleport. Basil for the win. Are we discussing basil? I love basil. Tomato basil soup? Hell yeah. Nice. I love fresh basil. I used to grow basil in my backyard. I grew lemon basil, regular basil, and I had thyme. I had a thyme bush, and I tried to grow rosemary, but it died. I'm sorry to hear that, AC. I'm really hoping this will cheer you up a little bit. You have friends, AC. You're surrounded by them here. Myself included. I'm real sorry to hear that, buddy. Is there anything in particular we can do to make you feel better? Besides me playing a game and talking to you guys? Sauron stuff. I have the opposite of a green thumb, too. My mom called it a black thumb. No matter what I did, I would kill something if I tried to plant it. Tried to grow it, it would die. The only thing I've ever been able to keep alive was a plant that my mother gave me when we first moved into the house. When we first moved into this house, my mother... that's fine, AC, I understand. My mother gave me a Madagascar dragon tree, I think is what it's called, a Madagascar dragon tree. And she specifically gave it to me. She said, I gave you this plant because it is impossible to kill. And she was right. I ignored that plant. I put it on my back porch, and I ignored it. And it thrived. It just kept getting bigger and bigger. We had to cut pieces of it off because it was getting too big. And then what killed it was when we had a massive storm come through that was kind of a freak freezing storm, and we covered it to keep it from getting frostbitten and everything, but it shocked it too much and it died. And that's the only thing that killed it was that freak weather. But it lived for a good 15 years on our back porch, and that was easy plant. If I could get another one of those, I would. I think... Did they just... Yep, they just teleported. Off we go. Oh, look at all the people. All right, so I need to go through Shadow Haven to the caverns. I think I remember the way. It's been a long time since I've been here. Really long time. Waddles, that's funny. That's really funny. That sounds like something my mother would do to me. She's like, I know you can't keep something alive, so I gave you something fake. But it's pretty. Just don't water it, because you'll just pour it on the floor. Hey, Che, welcome on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. I am trying to find a group, and hopefully I will find one. I don't know if I will or not, because I've been having a lot of trouble finding a group. I found a guy yesterday, guys. Last time I played this game, I started at level 1. I made a brand new character for this. And I leveled up to 6, I believe it was, on stream. We got the first 6 levels. And then that was last Saturday. I am now level 15. And most of those were gained when I ran into some guy named Sinner. And he had very nice equipment. He was obviously using hand-me-down equipment from another high-level character that he has. And we just sat in a camp, and he just pulled tons of enemies to us, and we killed them, and I leveled 15 in, like, no time. So now I'm level 15, and I'm heading to a popular grouping spot called Paludal Caverns. This used to be a real good spot back in the day, and apparently it's a good spot now. So we'll see how this goes. And it looks like we have a group hunting at the camp. I certainly hope it doesn't crash after reinstalling Windows. That would really suck. Considering, you know, you just reinstalled Windows because you were having a problem. I am going to rebuff myself, though. Oop. Guess I can take my hammer spell off. Where's my symbol? There it is. I got a new buff, which is pretty cool. It buffs my maximum HP. So let's see, I've got AC and HP buff, which is 6. AC buff. And a maximum HP buff. That's alright, Squishy. We all got stuff we got to deal with, right? Hey, Marcus. It's not necessarily a peaceful game. It can be a very stressful game depending on where you are and what you're doing, but it is a very slower paced game. At least this version of it is. I've been playing it on Saturdays to kind of refamiliarize myself because next month, Everquest Legends, which is a new version of this game, is coming out, and I am excited to play it, and it's going to be a major portion of my content is going to be devoted to that. I'm going to be streaming it a lot. Oh, the other thing I wanted to test out, and I guess I can open this now, I wanted to see how Stream reacted if I was recording with another piece of software at the same time, because that's one of the things I'm thinking of doing is using another software to record B-roll to see if I can stream and get footage at the same time without having to download my stream and edit it out. And it would give me an ability to just have gameplay footage that I can use to make more structured, scripted videos. It's just an idea that I had. But I need to set a path here. That's not a good sound. All right, browse. I'm going to put it... Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it in... Eventually, I'm going to tell you guys where I put it. Doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to find it. It's on my hard drive. But I'm saying what I'm doing anyway. Where's desktop? Desktop. Okay. No, not that one. This one. Okay. YouTube. Streaming. And Everquest. I'll put a folder here. B-roll. Because I figure if I'm doing longer streams of this, I want to see how streaming and recording works at the same time. So if you guys, right now, if you see any degradation of the stream quality, please tell me. Because this is more of a test of my resources. Because I can't tell if it's not working properly. So the only thing that I did differently, AC, is I could not start my stream normally. I had to manually start the stream using a stream key from YouTube because my Streamlabs would not connect to YouTube for any reason today, and I don't know why. So that's the only thing that's different. Stream seems okay? All right, so cool. So I can technically record B-roll while I'm streaming, which will allow me to make additional content. Awesome. Yeah, it's because my sense heading skill is crap. I mean, sense heading was really useful back in the day. So you see this right here? I mean, first of all, this version of EverQuest has terrible maps. These maps are awful. But this is the map of the zone that I'm in. And the original version of EverQuest did not have a map at all. So sense heading was super important. You had to use sense heading to figure out which direction you were facing. So it's kind of a useless skill right now because we have maps. So there's no need to use it. All right, let me stop the recording here. Cool. Yeah, so that's going to work really well, I think. I'm so excited. I've even joined a guild already. Oh, AC, something that might help you cheer up a little bit too. Tomorrow is going to have a brand new Dragon Quest video. I'm recording it tomorrow morning and releasing it tomorrow afternoon. No one is responding to my group requests. Let's see. Who is there? Anybody in unrest? There's no one in unrest. Is there anybody in Mistmore. I'm a little low for Mistmore. There. Oh, there are 2 people in Mistmore, but they're like level 30, so that's not good. Where else is there? Befallen. There's no players in Befallen. There's several people in Crushbone. Train to Hollow? Okay, well, that's not me. Oh, Megan, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Having a fever in the middle of the summer, it's awful. I've been there before. It's terrible. There's lots of people in here. 12, 19, 17. And then there's some 20 to 20, 20, 21, 22 level. There's one level 60 in here. I don't know what he's doing here. Probably passing through. So, okay. Well, on Draconian Quest difficulty, you're a braver man than I. Although, honestly, Draconian Quest difficulty is probably really similar to what it originally was. If you're really thinking about it. Because the original was super hard. Oops. Yeah, man, there's lots of people in that group. Oh, well. It's not, she not, less XP and stronger monsters. Yeah, sounds about like it, the original version. Well, Draconian difficulty is for Dragon Quest. EverQuest just has one difficulty. Hard. It's just hard. And this is actually a much more forgiving server, but it's still more of an older rule set. The one that I'm going to start playing next month is more of a modern version. It's not going to be nearly as difficult. And I'll be able to do a lot of soloing, so I can like travel all over the place. And that's one of the things I'm most excited about for that game, is just to be able to share this world that I love, that I've loved since I was, well, not a kid, because it came out in 1999. So I was what? How old was I in 1999? Math. Oops. If I... I was 24 when this game first came out. I have trouble playing games when I'm sick too, Che. I can't concentrate on it. I tend to just want to sleep. So I started playing it, technically, I say I started playing it when it first came out, but technically I started playing it in January of 2000. So it was out for a couple of months before I started playing it. And I played it for years and years and years. I mean, there are places in the world that I still have not been. And I intend to rectify that with the release of Everquest Legends, because apparently you can go pretty much anywhere. Most of the world is soloable because they have actually made it to where everyone is self-sufficient for the most part, and you can set your difficulty level based on the zone that you're in. So it can choose 0 through 5, where it's soloable all the way through. You need a group. That's cool. I've been thinking about doing some more old school gaming. I was trying to do an old DOS game at one point on my channel, but I got stuck with the DOS emulator. It kept messing up and causing the game to crash, and I could not save it. So I'd have to play through the entire game in one sitting because the DOS program wouldn't let me save the game. So that was unacceptable. All right, this is not looking promising. So I'm going to do one more broadcast that I'm looking for a group here, and if nobody picks me up, I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm not sure where. We could go on a little exploratory road trip. We can head out to the mainland, which I've not actually gone to the mainland on this character yet. I've just lived on my little island. So we can head out there, and we can go to... Let's see, we will land in Freeport. Let me pull up a map. Pay no attention to that. Map. Everquest map. How does this sit on the screen when I put it up for streaming? Is that... Oh, that's perfect, actually. Okay. So, we're on the moon currently, but where I was before was this area over here. So, if we can pass all the way through the Butcher Block Mountains to Caledon, just past Caledon is a port that will take us over to Freeport. And there is a dungeon just past Freeport that is filled with undead. It is very dangerous, though. So we can try doing that. As a cleric, I'm very good at killing undead. So that's something we could try doing. We can also just stay here. We can go past Dagnor's Cauldron all the way down to the Estate of Unrest, which is a haunted house filled with undead. Also very good, but also very dangerous. So those are some ideas. All right. Well, I don't want to sit here and do nothing, so I'm going to go see about doing that. I can actually port. I can port myself. I have a gate spell. This will be faster than traveling back on foot. Digital handheld games that... Oh, did my gate collapse? Okay. That's a rare occurrence. Old digital handheld games that came out for Disney games and stuff. They're super rudimentary side-scrollers that were weirdly difficult given the nature of the content. I actually don't remember those at all. What I remember is... and this is funny... My husband's family had a lot of these. They had these handheld digital games that were super rudimentary. We're talking like solitaire and stuff like that. And they had no like graphics other than they looked like digital watch graphics. Anyway, they had those in the bathrooms, and that's what they did while they were using the restroom. They played those games. So I got very good. When I first moved here to Texas and Jody and I were living with his mother and father, I got really good at playing solitaire on those. Yep. Jody's mom loved solitaire. She loved solitaire. She used to come in when we were first still living with them when I first moved here. We just had one computer and we were sharing it. And his mother used to come in every now and then and be like, "Can I use your computer?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So she'd come and sit down to sit at the computer and she'd load up solitaire. She'd play solitaire. That's what she liked to do. I think I might have taken a wrong turn. The road ended. Yes, I need to go down here to this road. There it is. I remember the Lion King game on the SNES being one of the hardest games I have ever played in my entire life. And from what I have read online, I am not the only person who had that experience. Yeah, I mean, that's, Waddles, I think it's just something about the older generation. That's the game that they played. So, I mean, you could say that about me. I'm sitting here playing a game from 1999 because this is a game that massively shaped me. And I'm about to devote a significant portion of my content to the new version of it coming out next month. So you could say I'm stuck in the past, too. I don't really have a lot of experience with Game Boy games because I didn't really have a Game Boy, and I kind of fell out of love with Nintendo once I realized what PlayStations were capable of doing as compared to Nintendo. So we are currently walking through the Butcher Block Mountains, which is the home of the dwarves, as you can see. Hello, Isbal Brightblaze. She didn't even say anything to me. She's rude. Contra? Absolutely. I remember Contra very well. I can even tell you up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. That was the Contra code to get unlimited lives. They are, Jace. They don't make them like this anymore. There's a certain charm to the older game. They were working. Plus, sometimes they're very impressive. They were working with older tech that had very limited capabilities, but they had to find clever and inventive ways of using that limited technology. Which is why you look at things like, guys, you want to be super impressed by something. In fact, we're going to check it out right now. We're going to check it out right now because it's awesome. All right, let me turn this music off real quick. All right, so this was a piece of music that was composed by a man named Tim Follin. I think is his name, Tim Follin, something like that. He did very old video game music, and the stuff he was able to do using this limited chipset of the NES was it was absolutely astounding. We're going to find out in just a second, Squishy. It is the search for the Wand of Demnos. So anyway, that was the theme song to a game called Solstice on the NES that he obviously didn't need to go that hard to make that song. But he is famous for like going just way harder than he needs to for any of the soundtracks he composed. And the fact that he did it on an 8-bit chipset that can only produce 4 sounds simultaneously is insane that he managed to make something that huge. It's so cool. The way they worked with those limitations back then just never ceases to completely amaze me. Yeah, Tom and Jerry, Silver Surfer. He also did Pictionary, which is funny because the Pictionary soundtrack is insanely over the top. And it's like, dude, it's just Pictionary. It's a board game. You didn't have to do an entire prog rock album for it. I think I'm going the right way. I think I just follow the road around this corner. Yeah, we're almost to Caledon. Which actually, I do need to make a pit stop in Caledon because I have a belt to turn in. So you get to see the Dwarf City, which is pretty cool. My first character I ever made in Everquest, before I actually made a character that I stuck with, was a Dwarven Paladin. And I played him until level 3, and then I abandoned him to play a Druid because I thought Druids are cool. And I was right, because Druids are cool. Oh, I can turn the music back on now. They are. And the way they fight in this game is one of the most sadistic, evil ways of fighting. So druids in Everquest, the way they kill things is they're very versatile. They have a lot of different abilities. They can heal, they can do damage, they can buff people. But what they do to kill things is they root them so they can't move, and then they snare them so when the root breaks, they move really, really slowly. And then they cast all their damage over time spells on them, and they just sit and watch them slowly rot and die. And it's hilarious. The other way they do it is they stack them up on top of each other, and they keep running around them in the circle, and they cast lightning spells. It's the other ways druids can work in this game. But look at that. I mean, this was made in 1999. It doesn't look like it. It looks cool. This was mind-blowing back then. The entrance to a dwarven city with a giant dwarf statue on it. Still love this site to this day. All right, let me go turn this belt in. Druids are cool in D&D, but you know what my favorite thing to play in D&D is? Especially at a tabletop session? I like playing bards. Because I like being the person that's the biggest troublemaker in the group. It's just true. I like being loud and causing problems. All right, so I think I go around the arena and into the Warriors Guild right here. And I go to the left and then through the little dining hall to the back room and all the way around here. And there he is. Cadlo Newsbeck. Cadlo, I have one last belt for you, and then that's the last one, because I'm never going into Crushbone again. Fuck that place. Thank you. All right. Really? Was it? I didn't know that. It's a shame it didn't last. The Dreamcast was a really cool system. I loved their controllers. They were super comfortable. I'm surprised no one else has adopted that grip thing to hold controllers like this. It's actually quite comfortable to hold it that way. Because I don't know about any of y'all, but when I'm holding a controller when I'm gaming, I tend, especially when I'm sitting on the couch, like, oh, wait, I took a wrong turn. Especially when I'm sitting on the couch, I tend to not leave it on my lap. I tend to hold it up like this because it's more comfortable to have my hands in a grip position than it is to have them laying flat on my lap. A female drow bard said in Neverwinter, post-Water Davian crisis and all that. So everyone was hella racist towards drow. But since I was a bard, charisma kept. Yeah, that's right. Kept the crossbows out of your face. Yeah, charisma's an amazing thing. Oh. What did I do? Did I go the right way or did I go the wrong way? I think I might have gone the wrong way. Am I lost? Did I get lost in the Dwarven City? I mean, as there's there's worse places to be lost because, you know, there's beer here. Ah, I know what I did. Okay, I think what I did wrong is I didn't go between these two buildings. There we are. I found the exit. See you, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Give that doggo a big hug from me because he's super cute. Okay, and to the right we go. We're going to go all the way to the docks and take the boat, which is going to be a long wait and a long ride. But I'm curious to see, I'm curious to see what Befallen is like. I'm kind of curious. And if it's awful, we can just gate back and go somewhere else. Well, you know, Squishy, one of the little-known facts about the history of this style of game is even before Ultima Online was released, which was the first big commercial game like this set in an existing IP, set in the Ultima universe, they had a game that was available in a very small market. I think it was only available to AOL subscribers called Neverwinter Nights. And it was an online D&D role-playing game, and it was very rudimentary. It actually kind of looked like Legend of Zelda when you'd walk around in the world as like little sprite characters, and you could fight things and you could make friends and go on the adventures, quote unquote, is really just going into like a hallway and fighting things. It was very rudimentary, but that came out, that was the first graphical online RPG that ever existed. It was based in Dungeons & Dragons. As it should be. It's probably the longest known... Oh, the boat's here! If I hurry, I can make it. Feats don't fail me now. It's right there waiting for me. Go. Go. Run. Run. Run! Will I make it? Will I make it? Will I make it? I made it. Hello, Frax. Yeah, not the BioWare game. I'm talking, there was originally a sprite-based Neverwinter Nights game that was only available to AOL subscribers back in like 1995 and 1996. And it was basically a precursor to games like EverQuest and Ultima Online. It was an online RPG. And yeah, it sort of died in obscurity, and then it was remade as Neverwinter Nights, the actual O2 game by BioWare. And I do love the O2 BioWare game. I did all kinds of cool mods on it. We have entered the Ocean of Tears. So we're over here. And we're going to be going all the way across here, I think. Probably with some stops along the way. I do believe we actually stop at a couple of the places. But we're not getting off because this place is scary. It's really scary. Squishy, if I can get it to run, I'll play. I have to see if I can find a copy of it and make sure it'll run on my PC. But, yeah, I'd play it. I have a copy somewhere. I just don't know if the disc will work on this PC because it was an old disc. I bought a D&D game collection a long time ago, probably 2 or 3 operating systems ago. They had every D&D game ever made on CD. So I had Icewind Dale, all the Icewind Dales, all the original Baldur's Gates, Neverwinter Nights, Neverwinter Nights 2, Dragonstone, I believe I had that one too. And another one. Anyway, it was like 7 or 8 discs. Yeah, I know you can pirate it. I prefer not to pirate it if I can help it, though. It's been a long time since I played it, but I remember my first playthrough. I think I played through it twice when it first came out, and I think my first playthrough I did as a druid. My second playthrough I did as a wizard. And then I did the opposite whenever Baldur's Gate came out. My first playthrough of Baldur's Gate was a sorcerer, and my second playthrough was a druid. So I did it backwards. And my current online playthrough with my friends, I'm playing a cleric. I love clerics, especially Tempest clerics. Tempest clerics are fun. Yeah, it is old AF. If I remember correctly, there's there's nothing below deck. It's just a big empty room. Oh, there's a bar. How did I not know this? What do they got back here? They got a lot of flat bottles. It's funny, every time I click anywhere, it just targets something called Stormbreaker. I think that's actually the name of the ship. Can I get up here? I'd like a better view. Ah! No. I suppose that's probably by design. I think people were falling off at some point. No, I mean well, keep in mind this is it's the 1999 client, so some of it is the older graphics. So like the boat is the older graphic. The character models are from I think 2005, 2004, 2005. The newer character models. The one I'm playing next month is using the old 1999 character models as well, so it's going to look a little bit older. But I still think that looks great. They look just fine for, you know, the type of game that it is. It doesn't need to look great. Doesn't need to be super flashy. It's all about the socialness, the grouping, and the exploration and finding weird things. I wonder if there's a tavern in Freeport that has... There's this running joke in this game, and I'm probably going to make more content about this kind of stuff. But there's a running joke in this game of each of the taverns have a portrait on the wall, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with the portrait of the dogs playing poker. It's a very, very famous thing. Each of the taverns has a portrait of whatever the tavern's name is sitting around a table playing poker. So there's a tavern in Neriac called, I think it's in Neriac, or maybe Freeport is the one that has tassels, and it was called Tassels Tavern or something. And you go inside and it's a bunch of like tassels from like the edges of rugs sitting around a table playing poker. And then there's one in High Pass called the Pinewood Lodge, and it's a bunch of pine trees playing poker. And there's one that's tigers, there's one that's slugs. There's a tavern called the Blind Fish Tavern that's in Neriac that has a bunch of fish playing poker sitting around a table with black sunglasses on. So it's a funny little running gag that goes throughout the entire game. All the taverns that have a name have some sort of a portrait like that. And I always thought it was funny once I found that and realized it. So there's probably going to be a whole video on, like, you know, some of the weird things like that or maybe a whole series of videos on weird things that exist in this game like that. Or weird mysteries. There's lots of weird mysteries that people don't really know what certain things were for or about. And I'll probably cover some of those too. We are almost to the last stop before we move on to Freeport. Still your tech support? I'm tech support for a lot of people, which is funny because I'm not very good at tech support anymore. I've been out of the loop for years since I moved into training. I just know how to fix very specific things in our training environment now. I don't really know how to fix anything. Blanket statement, you know. I can Google stuff pretty well, though. And that's usually how I fix things. I couldn't fix Streamlabs today. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, I think we're actually zoning through. Yes, we have arrived at Freeport. We just got a dock now. I'm stuck. Why can't I move? There we go. That was weird. Oh, it's because it started moving. Freeport. Oops. There's a door there. Have to go on the other side. pass through the Port Authority and into the city proper. Okay. We want to go to... We don't want to go to the Desert of Roe. We want to go this way. Let's see. Leather and hide. Velith and Bardo's imported goods. There's not a single people in here that matches those names. That's a shame. Oh, you just sell alcohol. Okay, well that's cool. At least I know where to come to get drunk. And sandwiches. Alcohol and sandwiches. Awesome. Oh, yeah, Jace, that happens quite a bit. I cut that stuff out of the stuff that I normally release, but for the members ones that are unedited, yeah, you get to see me stuffing my face sometimes, and sometimes I watch a YouTube video while I'm eating. Where am I going? Is this the right way? Which side am I supposed to go on? Where am I? I'm here. I need to go... Do I need to go to West Freeport? I think I need to go to West Freeport. It's been so long since I've been here. The last time I was here, it was actually the newer version because they redid this area in the modern game. Yeah, I think it was loading. East Commonlands, that's where I'm going. Okay. So we need to go around this way. Okay, I can make this smaller. If I can find the edge of it. Where's the edge of it? I can't change the size of the map now. All right, I'm going to just turn it off. I know. Turn it off, then immediately turn it back on because I don't know where I am. Okay, here I am. Okay, around this building to the other side. This, Oh, why won't you let me resize you? This is a problem. Can't even find the edge of the map window. That's weird. Oh well, I'll deal with it. Can I not open that? Oh, there we go. Okay, no. I think this is a dead end. I probably need to go around the other direction. Oh god, I'm actually in the arena. I don't want to be in the arena. All right, so this is how we get into the dueling area, which we don't want to be in. Yeah, I need to go around the other side of this building. I think I see the path now. And then a right, and then in here. This is where I messed up. I was supposed to come in here. The Freeport's Militia House. That's familiar. I remember that being right at the entrance. Yeah, here we are. There's the main gates. Have fun on your errand break, Waddles! Enjoy yourself. Ah, I found the edge of the... Oh, and then I zoned. But I think I can fix the map now. Yay! There's the edge. All right, I can shrink it down. All right. Okay, so we want to keep going across here till we get to the West Common Lands, and Befallen should be right on the edge of that zone. And hopefully I don't die, because that would be bad. So guys, keep your eyes peeled for griffins, because griffins will spell my demise. And there's several of them that fly around these zones, and they are a constant problem. I don't see any, though. I think we're in the clear for now. Doom, doom, doom. Almost to the zone line. Is that? No, never mind. It's nothing. I thought I saw a griffin up ahead, but I think a tree was just rendering slowly. Oh, great. Lower visibility. Fantastic. He is running for his life. All right, East Commons. And Befallen should be down here on the edge of the mountain. All good, Squishy. Okay, I am almost there. I have survived thus far. Actually, this zone's not really all that dangerous. Where are you? There you are. This place, on the other hand, though. This place can bring the mightiest of heroes to their knees. But let me make sure I have the right spells ready. I'm gonna want my undead killer, which is that one. Root's not gonna do me much good. But I am going to rebuff, because I do need to put my buffs back up. Alright, I'll load up gate in case I need to run quickly. You know what? I'm going to put Smite up as well instead of Root, because there are non-undead here, but they're not super common. Okay. I think I'm ready. I'm setting foot inside. Okay. Putrid skeleton is green. That's good. Alright, I'm going to kill this one to get it out of the way. Alright. He's dead. Is there anybody else here? Probably not. No, I'm the only person in this entire place. Great. Alright, Plague Rat. What else is in here? These are not really worth killing. I think I'm going to need to go deeper in if I'm going to find anything better. If I remember correctly, there's like Shadow Knights in here that drop the keys to get further. I don't remember exactly where they are, though. Okay, there we go. Cracked skeleton, putrid skeleton. No, those aren't worth anything. There is a necro neophyte. And more rats. And more skeletons. Okay, no. I seem to remember him being on the other side, though. These are very vague memories. I haven't been here in years. I think one of these passages over... Okay, fine. You know what? You want to play? You want to tussle? All right. There's this hallway. I need to get my mana back. Goodness. For being crap enemies that give me no XP, they're very bothersome. They put putrid breath on me. I can get rid of that. Hang on. Cure disease. Yeah, they giggle. And there's oh, you should hear the scarecrows giggle out in Unrest. If we don't make it there today, Unrest is definitely a place I'm going to go when I'm playing EverQuest Legends, so you'll hear them then, without a doubt. The scarecrows are hilarious when they attack you. They have a really weird laugh. And that's right. Well, Undead should know better than to pick a fight with a cleric. I mean, come on. We are literally designed to destroy them. All right, I think I have enough to look around the corner. All right, we got rats and skeletons. The rat I have to smite. And the skeleton I will turn. And smash it with me hammer. All right. Is there a Shadow Knight in here? I don't see one. We got a Necromancer, a Skeleton, and a Skeleton. I can't see what's on the other side of here, though. A rat. Okay, fine. See, the Necromancer is smart. They know not to mess with me. So you should take your cue from them. Or you can just go back to being a pile of bones. You know, it's your choice. It's your choice. All right, I think I'm trying to remember. I think any of the Necromancers could be a placeholder for the Shadow Knight. But this is basing it on very old memories that are probably not 100% correct. Ah, crap. Okay, fine. Oh, I don't have any mana. I'm going to have to sit and rest for a little bit. Because I'm just going to have to beat this guy apart with my hammer. Anything? I don't see one in there. And I don't see one in there. All right, well, we're going to rest because I need to get my mana back. And then I think I'm just going to start killing everything to get him to spawn so I can get a key. If I can get down one more floor in this place, I might be able to fight something that'll give me experience. If not, we'll try somewhere else. Needs more meat on his bones. He needs to stop giving me disease, too. Rude. I just realized I'm still diseased. Here, that's better. See, this right here is the biggest problem that EverQuest had when you were forced to play by yourself because there wasn't anyone else to play with, or everyone was busy with something and they weren't, you know, or if you're like me making a new character on a server like this where no one really groups at the low levels anymore, is this the downtime. You sit and you sit and you sit and you sit. When you're with a group, you don't have to do that this much because, well, I mean, I'll still be sitting, but other people will be doing stuff around me and I'll still be gaining experience instead of just sitting, because even as a healer, you spend a lot of time sitting because you got to keep your mana coming back. There's one of the things that they're addressed in the new version where that's not a problem anymore. Okay, I think I've got enough mana back. We can clear at least this room over here. Oh, this guy's light blue. Okay, I'm going to get some experience from this guy. So let me back up here. I'm actually going to soothe you so you don't join in the fight. And probably you too, just to be on the safe side. Alright, and let me smite you, Mr. Necro Neophyte. Nope, nope, you come back here. No, get back here. Shit. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is how things fall apart. No! Don't run behind the locked door. Don't run behind the locked door. He ran behind the locked door. I am probably screwed. Yep, this is a totally new one. He pulled another enemy onto me, and so far I'm okay. But I have no mana. And he terrorized me, so I can't do anything. All right, I'm going to run. Yes. Holy crap. That was bad. That was bad. That was so bad. It's so very bad. It's so very bad. Leave me alone. Okay. Fun. Welcome to Befallen. Your ringtone on your phone has been the Neverwinter Nights Tavern theme for the last 15 years. Your text sound is a journal scroll sound. Awesome. My text tone, well, my phone is almost always silent now because of work, but my text tone is, it used to be the sound effect of the arrow and then the guy going, "Message for you, sir," from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That was my text tone for a long time, except for like certain people. Like Brent had a separate text tone and my husband had a separate text tone so that I could tell if I got a text from them. But my generic one was the "message for you, sir." Yes, AC, this game is definitely better with groups. And unfortunately, people just don't seem to do that much. At least not at low levels. They do it at high levels. I mean, I see people posting that they have groups going on and they're looking for people to come and play with them, but they're all like 40 plus, you know. And here I am, a lowly little 15. So we can try debating with myself whether I want to go back and try going to Unrest. I don't think anyone is in there either. Oh, there's several people in here. Oh, this is Common Lands. I'm not actually in the dungeon. Yeah, I'm the only person in here. And if I... Okay, there's one person in Unrest, a level 15 Beast Lord. Maybe he'd want to team up. I'm going to go there and see. Because that would be better than killing greens to try to get a key. Welcome back. What sort of errands were they that they swept you away? All right, so this time we want to go back to the Butcher Block Mountains, but this time we're going to travel south. Yeah, I can imagine. My text tone had the same effect. A lot of people would hear that and be like, I know that sound. Someone's a Monty Python fan. You know what? I can't blame you, Waddles. I would probably, I am a sucker for pastries as well. This will also be one of the first times I've crossed the cauldron without having invisibility. So this is going to be interesting. I might still cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't have to think that far ahead. I'm just playing for fun. This character's temporary. I don't know why I'm caring so much about him. Making a whole new character, a whole new server in a couple of weeks. I like Tormy too. He's a pretty cool guy. They've stated that if you pre-order next week, you'll be able to, when I get in on July 1st, I'll be able to reserve a name for the live servers when they launch on the 28th of July. So I'm going to reserve Patty Cake as my character's name just to be consistent. But Tormithy shall live on in our hearts forever. And there's a possibility that I might remake the same look for Patty Cake with the same race. But it would lock me into Paladin as my main job. And I plan on having Paladin as part of my first two jobs, or first two classes. So it wouldn't bother me about that, to do that. But I was planning on having Druid as the main, which High Elves can't be Druid, but a Wood Elf could be a Druid. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I haven't really completely made up my mind. Yeah, they live on forever in our hearts. Cheese and carbs. Girl, same. I mean, that's honestly kind of what my lunch... I had a little bit of meat, though, because I had some turkey in there. But, yeah, I had sandwiches with a big hunk of cheese, so that was my lunch. So I had cheese and carbs. That's funny, Squishy. My bard that I'm playing in our tabletop game right now is a Kinder, because we're playing a Dragonlance campaign. So, of course, I have to be the biggest troublemaker of the party, being a Kinder. And, yeah, I get picked on for being short. I apparently have a stuffed animal that I sleep with all the time. I fool people into thinking I'm very cute and friendly and sweet, but I'm actually not. She's a fun character. Her name is Tink. Oops. Yeah, he left the railroad. He fell in love with Preston. They decided to settle down in Sanctuary. Yeah. My alignment, chaotic neutral. It's the perfect alignment for bards. Because, you know, you never see the bard's true face. But you see their crazy personality. And their devil-may-care attitude towards danger. So I am going to load invisibility to undead. Because there are undertow skeletons that sit in the lake, and they can aggro from pretty far away, and they would wreck me. So I'm going to see if I can travel safely around the edge. All right, we have made it to the cauldron. Let me cast this on myself. If you'll actually happen... Oh, what happened? I think I fat-fingered it. If you'll actually cast and not fizzle. There we go. All right. I feel my skin tingle. Alright, so if I remember correctly, the safest path to take would be around the edge of the lake on this side, staying far enough away from those camps. Though I don't think they're aggressive to me. I think they're only aggressive to a couple of races. But not too close to the water. Even though the Invis Undead will help with the skeletons, there's still goblins in there. And that thing, whatever that is. cauldron rat. It's green, though, so it shouldn't be a problem if it hits me. And this light is kind of where we're heading. It's a little bit further, actually. It's right there. I can see it. That little discolored blue section. I think that's the entrance. Ugh! Aqua Goblin. He didn't aggro. I'm very lucky. Here we are. The Estate of Unrest. One of my favorite places. I've leveled so many characters here. Alright. Got good buffs, I'm good. Need some mana. I think that's that Beast Lord. Yeah. Aroni, a barbarian beast lord. Try to look around the back, see if I can find him again. I don't know if he just darted into the maze to hide from me, or if he just went back out to fight more stuff. There's one of the scarecrows. Nope, I don't see him. He must have darted into the maze. Where's my symbol? There it is. Alright, well, I buffed him out of the goodness of my heart. And I invited him to group with me. Let's see if he says yes or no. It's one of those beetles. Well, he hasn't responded to my group invite, so I don't know if he went AFK or if he's just ignoring me. But whatever. There's stuff out here that's good level for me to fight. So I don't technically need a group, it's just faster with a group. So I'm going to come out here, and if he wants to group, we can group. If not, I'll fight these guys. But I do need to buff myself up before I tackle anything. And now I rest again, because I spent all my mana buffing. But after this, we're going to start killing these guys right in front of us. And hopefully, we'll be able to handle them. I think we should be able to, though. They don't look like they'd be too terribly hard. And they're undead, which I have extra strength against, so should be fine. Should be fine. I'm actually going to... no, I'm going to keep it, because the beetles are not undead. In case they join, I will need to kill beetles, too. Not the beetles, just beetles in general. You know, time killed the beetles without any help from me. What should I put there? I don't know. I guess I'll put the root there, just in case I need to... I don't think they run, though. But we'll see. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! Oh, why you gotta come over here, Mr. Scarecrow? Don't stand on top of each other. Alright. Let's see how we do. Oh, come on, man. It's annoying they have the exact same pathing. That's really annoying. Okay, get her far away. Come on, you. Come in this hallway here, where no one will bother us. Okay. She hit me for 27. I hit her for 18. 13 and 2. All right. Yeah, I definitely do have mostly the upper hand, if I'm lucky. Ow, man, that hurts. All right, so I'm gonna have to rely on spells because I can't take the hits. Not without some seriously strong buffs. But I can nuke them to death. So it's still doable, it's just going to be slower. And I'll have to sit down a lot more. Fermented. I mean, that's not really all that off, you know. They have been rotting, so I'm sure they're a bit fermented. Oh, whoa, 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 no, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. I wanted to heal. I want to pull that scarecrow, but I need mana. I'm wondering about something. I've never tried this before, and I'm wondering if I can change my Streamlabs scene collection without ending my stream. I'm going to ask Google before I try it. What are these called? Simulations. Oh, you can. Cool. All right. I want to show you guys the scene collection that I'm creating while we're waiting for my mana to come back. I'm going to show you the scene collection that I'm making for the Everquest Legends streams. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it kept the mic muted. Anyway, what I'm thinking for this... That's awfully loud. Properties. There we go. There I am. Yeah, sorry. I was switching my scene collection because I wanted to show you guys the scene that I'm thinking of making for the Everquest Legends streams. It's still a work in progress. But yeah, this is what I'm working on for it. And it automatically will put both Twitch and YouTube chat in the chat window. I don't have to run anything extra to do that, which is one of the reasons why I like this one. The other is I just like the graphics of it. I thought it looked kind of cool, and it reminded me of Everquest. I think the chat should stay, though. I probably need to fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. It is set to always show messages. Interesting. It's set to do that, but it's not doing it. Well, I'll have to troubleshoot that. Let's see. Where's my popped out chat? Something weird in how the text is displaying. Why is it not acting properly? Actually, I don't think this is doing anything. Nope. That didn't work either. That just added something new. But if I leave it that size, what happens when I chat into it in that size? No, it's still like cuts it off on the sides for some reason. And this resizes the whole thing. Okay, well, let me pull this, since I can probably kill something. I'm going to pull this guy here. Go Switzerland! All right, and now you. Ow. She hit me for 1 damage and it stunned me. You weak zombie. Alright. Actually, that's not bad. Not bad experience we're getting here, so good spot. Alright, chat window. So I think what I might do, since this chat box doesn't work, I might make my own and stick it there. If I can just, I might just do the Caster Labs chat on top of it. This is a doesn't seem to be, even though I have it set to always show the messages, it seems to not show the messages after a couple of seconds, and they go off the edge of the box for some reason, and they seem to be tied together, so I can't seem to make them disconnect from each other. Let me get rid of you. You go away. Yes, bye-bye. And you, we'll make you go by too. Alright, so I just need to put something there. Let's see. Images. I think I have a box or something I can do. I think I put it here. Yeah. There we go. All right, and then we will add let's see. I think I get it from here. And then okay, then I will take this. My only problem with the Caster Labs chat is it's so small. But I can't do anything about that. That's literally the size it's going to have to be. And it won't fit that entire area because of that. That's an interesting dilemma. I don't think it changes anything if I raise this text size. No, it doesn't. Wow, I can't even see it there. Okay, I won't worry about that then. So, if that's the case, we may... I don't like that. I really don't like that. I think I know what I have to do. I think I know what I have to do to fix it. That won't fix the time, that won't fix the size top to bottom issue though. Because the only way I can get it to fit in here, it'll truncate the sides. So not the entire message will show. And even if I take this and move it in, it's just gonna truncate it. Unless I do something like this. No, not that. This. Which would be ridiculous. I mean, I could technically do that. But oh my god, that's awful. That's terrible. Is that terrible? I can't really tell. Let me open up my stream on my computer.
Charm.
Oops. You know what? That's not that bad. Yeah, I mean, it looks a little stretched out, but I think I can possibly get it to a point where it won't be that bad. I just might have to rearrange how I have the screen set up. Oh, no, not like that. Like this. It's got me the strokey beard thinking. Worst comes to worst, I could technically create my own scene collection and use pieces of this one so I can still have the animated background, but forego using the chat widget in place of this one, and that might work. Anyway, it's worth a shot. I'll leave it like that for now, just so I can examine it afterwards at the tail end of my stream on my channel, just to see if it really bothers me that it's a little stretched, or if I need to completely think of something new. Come here, Mr. Mummy. Oh, I moved. Come on. Come on. Come on. We have candy in the hallway. Haha, you think you hit me hard? 'Cause you are! There, finally. Alright, now. Don't hit me for another. No, you bastard! Alright, I'm gonna wait. You swing at me. I start casting. And I got interrupted. Come on. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna try to root you. Yes, and then I'm gonna hit you, butthole. stay dead this time. Good lord, he ate up a lot of my mana. Wow. It is a surprisingly lucrative area XP-wise. Much more than I thought it would be. And I already knew it was going to be good. It's the reason why I came here so much. Ow. Man, he hit me for almost 30. One. Haha. One. Alright. I gotta be sparing because I don't have a lot of mana. I probably should have waited. One more cast. Okay, good. I almost got him. He riposted me. Oh my god. He has, like, no health. Oh my god. Ooh. Bronze knuckles. Hell yeah. That's why he was hitting so hard. He had brass knuckles on. Or bronze knuckles on. Those are going to be worth a lot of money. Let's see. This is Rep M. Oops. Oops. Go away. Boo. Ate up all my mana. Just trying to cast one spell. You think I'd be better at casting buffs by 15. What is my skill? Oh, 35. Whereas evocation is 80. Yeah, so yeah, I can nuke pretty hard because that's what you do when you play by yourself, but my healing abilities are bad and average. Awesome. That's exactly what you want out of a cleric, right? Bad and average abilities to heal and excellent abilities to, strike down their foes with lightning. All right. Let me try symbol one more time. Yeah, finally. And root. All right, I'm a med up. We'll do one more round. And that will not get me to 16, unfortunately, but it will get me closer. The rank system, the level of honesty? I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean? What's up?
They're bringing Tony to the hospital.
Oh my god, what happened? Okay.
Somewhere at Michael's. Working in the fucking yard. Calling this guy named fucking Heat. Thought he was having a heat stroke. They got him back to the army.
All right. Oh, that rank system. Yeah. So, and there's skills for like everything. That's another thing that was really interesting about this game is the sheer level of skills. Because, I mean, you have a skill for one-handed blunt, two-handed blunt. You also have one-handed slash, two-handed slash, and fists. That's just your fighting ability with weapons. Then all of your spells are different schools of spells. So abjuration tends to be like things that buff or debuff enemies or buff you. Alteration or healing, and some other types of spells that work on enemies as well. Then channeling is your ability to continue casting when you get hit with damage. Bind wound is you have the ability to heal yourself with bandages. Conjuration is summoning things. Defense is your physical defense against attacks. Divination is mental magic. Evocation is explosive magic. Hand-to-hand is hand-to-hand combat. Meditate is mana regeneration when you're resting. So anyway, all of these ridiculous skills, even down to languages. You can actually learn other languages in this game. Oh, sweet. Good luck to England, JC. Jace? JC? Weird. That's where did JC come from? I remember there were several nights where me and some of my friends, because my original character was a halfling, so I could speak common and I could speak halfling, and I would sit around with friends while we were grouping, and like one of my friends was a high elf cleric. And so we would sit in groups, and I would speak in halfling, and they would speak in high elf, so we could try to learn each other's languages. Because if you could learn each other's languages, you could actually, in-game, switch what language you were speaking and say something to someone that no one else around you would understand. It would just show gibberish text on their screen. But we would actually be able to understand what you were saying. I've never seen a game do that since this. And it's really a shame, because it's a really cool role-playing element. Come on. I'll kill you in the hallway. Hi, buddy. Is that guy still here, or did he log off? Oh, nope, I'm the only person here now. I guess they logged off. I scared them away. I don't want to pull you till I have more mana. Okay, I think I'm rested enough. You, come to the hallway. I have tasty treats for you, Miss Tormented Dead. Did I mention they were in the form of a hammer? Damn. Just like in D&D, I get terrible rolls. I'm just missing like crazy. Come on. Got her. One more. Got her. Alright, my hammer should be enough now. There we go. Alright. I think we got time for one more round. That probably won't level me. It'll get me very close, though. But this place, I love this place. If you like spooky haunted houses, this is like the place for you. So like we're over here, and they have this yard with a hedge maze, and then there's a big yard that surrounds the whole house. And there's a gazebo over here that has some things you can kill in it. We usually hung out at this little spot right here. This is the actual gazebo, and we pull things off of this hill and into the gazebo, and we'd fight it here. And then there would always be a group along this back wall, and they would be pulling things from this side. And there would usually be a group in the front pulling things from the front over to here. And then if you got really good, I got really lucky, you could get into the house, and they would have a main room group. Then upstairs they would have a fireplace group that would pull the second floor. And they would usually have a group back here in this little octagonal room. That was the brewer's room. And then there would be a group down in the basement. And that was the scary place, because the basement had really, really nasty things. And there was a dwarven ghost that dropped a pretty awesome hammer and a pretty awesome set of boots if you killed him. So everyone liked to come here for those too. The dwarven work boots and Torklar's battle hammer, which I think my druid on this server actually has Torklar's battle hammer right now. I was healing. Yes, 4. Wow, it's only your second World Cup? That's awesome. Damn. There's plenty of people on around my level. They're just not grouping. Such a shame. All right, let's kill this guy. He gave me a nasty look. Nice. I should sit back here. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, I'm going to switch to... The screen's going to go dark for a second, guys, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just switching back to the old stream set. There we are. Yeah, I'm not sure how I made it work this way. What is the chat? It's the multi-chat live. Let's see. What is the source of that? Okay. It's the same thing. But it doesn't look... Yeah, it doesn't look smushed, but it's the exact same thing. So I don't know what's going on with that stream set. It's weird. It's been doing some really weird stuff. And then not being able to connect to YouTube today was just the icing on the cake. So I may try to just grab some of the files from it and inject it into here, my regular stream set. Since it doesn't seem to have that many problems. My hammer will probably do it. One more hit. One more hit. Got him. The jack-o'-lanterns. That's the ones I was telling you about. Those are the scarecrows that have the really funny laugh. All right, guys. See, it's here too. I don't know how I made it so tall. I couldn't seem to make it tall. And it's the same thing. I'll figure it out. I figured out how to do it the first time. So I can do it again. Well, this has been fun. Very low key. I mostly wanted to try out things, but hey, you know what? I'm just happy that we can do this again.
How many patty cakes do we need? Holy balls!
They're working again.
Oh my.
They are indeed working again. So, we got that going for us at least.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I hope
Oh my.
oh my. It was pretty good. I hope I cheered you up a little bit, AC. I'm sorry to hear you're feeling down. Just know you got a friend here. I think you're pretty cool.
What's this?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
All right. Good night, guys.
Chat's still scrolling, but the game's all done. We laughed so hard that we scared the sun. She's still cracking one last joke on call. Patty Cake's face on the screen too small.
Brennan Tuna, still talking in caps. AC Master, dropping meme-shaped facts. I am losing, but he owns it proud. Nolan clipping every scream out loud.
Megan's yawning, but she types one more. Myrtle spams hearts till they flood the floor. Kelto's trick was hold the line so tight. Alright, my friends, it's that time of night.
Good night, you goose.
Thanks for hanging around. From the first bad joke to the final sound. We'll close this tab, but it still feels bright. Same time, same place till the next live night. Good night, you goofs. Sleep well. We did it right. All those goofy AI clips of patty cakes wild side. We'll
will remember every bit, every laugh, every cry. Screen goes dark, but it's all alright. We're still a weird little family. Signing off tonight. Good night, you goose. Thanks for hanging around. From the first bad joke to the final sound. We'll close this tab, but it still feels bright. Same time, same place till the next live night. Good night, you goose. Sleep well. We did it right. We did